Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Claire. In today's episode, we'll be talking about how to take back control over your financial life. I clearly remember how hard this was for me because I was really so confused and I was so scared about learning about finances and facing the reality of what I was going through. So that's why I wish I had this book when I was starting out. This book is Get Good with Money by Tiffany, and she's also called the Budgetnista. I think this is one of the easiest financial books that you're going to read to do a step-by-step plan for you to achieve your financial freedom. And she did an incredible job because she kept explaining the different terms and just making them so relatable. So that's what I'm going to be discussing with you today. Your mindset is really going to help you in this process. Your commitment is going to be supported by your mindset. The first step is clarity. You have to know where your money is at all times. So you're going to get a book and write down every expense you have, every income you have, every account you have, every credit card you have. You're going to look through your financials, your bank statements. You're going to look at everything the way it is, not the way you wish it was, but the way it is. And that's the clarity that you're going to create around your money. And then you're going to build a budget that is going to support you in this new journey. Every new month, I set a new budget because there are different events that are happening. But at least I have a roadmap, I have a budget. And if you hate the word budgeting, just replace it with spending plan. The second step is for us to save much more. So that means we are going to try and spend really less than we make. Now, this is really important because it's going to build up a buffer of what you're saving and how much you're paying down on your credit card. And that brings us to step number 3. Try as much as possible to reduce your credit card balances. There are 2 dates that are really critical in your credit card payments, and that's your due date and your closing date. Your closing date is the last day of your billing cycle, and that's when they will report to the bureaus about how much balances you have on your credit, and that's what is going to build your credit score. And then you have the due date. That's when you're supposed to clear up the minimum payments, but I always suggest you pay more than the minimum because it's going to really help you more in tackling this day. Another trick is typically just use your credit card like it's a debit card. If you don't have money in your debit card to pay off this credit card, then simply do not use it. It's good for you to stick to your budget or your spending plan because it's going to guide you if you're really going way more than you should go. I just make sure that I leave very little balance before the closing date. So that means they'll report that I'm using the credit card, but I'm leaving a really small balance. And then I'll be able to pay it off by the due date. Step number 4 is for us to take care of our credit score. Now, credit score is going to really be a process for you for all the time because you have to keep maintaining and building it. Because you're now reducing on your debt and you're becoming more financially responsible. So the other habits you have to really pick up is for you to get your annual credit report, for you to just look at everything. If you have any collections, if you have something you need to negotiate, at least you're able to see the clear picture of what exactly is being reported about you and your financial life. The 5th step is easiest way for you to increase paying off your debt is by increasing your earning potential, money that is coming in your bank accounts, and try as much as possible to maintain the lifestyle you've been having or to even keep reducing it because we are focused on paying down this debt. So this is when we are going to resell things that we really don't need. We are going to find a side hustle, or we can get another remote job that we can do along with our 9 to 5. You can always find ways on how to make more money because you can only cut down so much from your budget if your income is really remaining the same. Try as much as possible to increase that income. And now, since we've increased the income, we are going to start investing. You have to let that money grow and work for you. We are not just saving it in the emergency fund because it's still going to be lost through inflation. And one thing I learned as a new investor is you're not going to see your money immediately when you invest. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, investing is not the place for you to get back some money or to increase that money immediately, because you'll have to put it aside for almost a year or 2 or 5 for it to keep growing. So just remember that if you're living paycheck to paycheck, investing right now is not your worry. Right now, we just need to increase our income to be more responsible and to reduce our expenses. Now we need to create space in our budget, in our savings, to take care of those investments. At least every month, automate this process, because you have to take advantage of the compound interest, and that is how you will be automating the process every month. The next thing is get good with insurance. That means you're going to get term life or whole life insurance. If you're just starting out, term life is just fine, because you might have just monthly payments of $15 for something to cover you for 30 years. And you can also insure your kids along in the process. And step number 8 is we are trying to increase our net worth, because now we have been buying and investing in different things. We have increased our assets and reduced our liabilities as much as we can. So that means assets minus liabilities will give you your net worth. You want to really have more assets compared to what you have in your liabilities. You should start right now just looking at your net worth and knowing how it is growing in the process. Number 9 is you're going to pick your money team. You're not going to be able to monitor all these things by yourself. At least you have to get a financial team, a team that is going to look out for your assets, which is going to look out for your interests and just help you manage all this life together. And number 10 is for you to leave your legacy. Hey, so this is now where we are going to do our estate planning. We're talking about the will and the trust. We have to secure our assets, especially us as parents. We don't want our kids or our family members to go through probate because of our estate. Okay, so just make sure that you are putting a will and tell people what to do. Wills don't really avoid probate, but at least having them in a trust, the trust will be able to secure your assets from any creditors or anyone who just wants to come and take advantage of your kids. So you can also make your kids beneficiaries onto that trust, and this is a topic I really like and we'll be talking about more in the future. And one other thing I have to say is just make sure on your accounts, every account you have a beneficiary. Please do not put your kids if they are lower than 18 or 21, depending on what state you're in. Kids do not inherit anything from you. Just make sure you have a contingent beneficiary. Now, this is a person who is old enough who will be able to take care of these assets and be able to distribute them according to what you win. Furthermore, I need to emphasize this. Your financial journey, your financial life is really different from any other person, okay? Do not compare yourself or your journey to other people. There are past mistakes that were done, and that's fine. They are in the past. We have learned our lessons, and we are determined today to take back control of our lives. For us to not be ashamed of where we are, as in it might be so bad, but everyone has a starting point. Make today your starting point. Be determined to see the process through. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take you learning some habits, and that's fine. Everybody has a starting point. This is your starting point. DM me in case you have any questions. DM me. The email is down in the description so that we can be able to discuss. I am one person who has gone through this process. I am still building my wealth, and I want to share with you this information. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you up on the top in our financial freedom world. Okay, see you guys.